Alright, video number 6 in the Hockey Arena Tips series. Today we're going to be talking about your league, and this is where all your hard work really either pays off or falls apart. Let's be honest. The whole point of being in Hockey Arena is to build a team that wins. And a team that wins, of course, progresses to the higher league and then so on and so forth. It's about, essentially, imagine yourself as being the manager or the builder of an NHL team. Your goal is to build the best team. So, your league, depending where you start, now you notice I'm in the 27th season of Australia 2.2. It's the particular league I'm in. And the only way I can go from here is the 1.1. I believe is where you go if you progress. So this league is actually finished. We just finished the playoffs. Well, I got knocked out of the playoffs today. I think there's one match between the two top teams to find out who actually won the total league. But this is the league standings based on this year. So as you can see, I finished in 5th here, and again, that's going to show. Ignore that. So 30 matches. I had 22 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses, 215 goals for, 33 goals against. So obviously my goalie, I think, actually carried me through this, and as you might remember from previous videos, my goalie actually does have pretty good stats, but that's not the point. This is where the fun really happens in Hockey Arena. Now, generally speaking, you'll probably play 2 league matches and then 1 or 2 friendly matches, 2 league matches, 1 or 2 friendly matches, and so on. So there's 30 regular season matches per league, and then you have the playoffs. So the top 8 teams go into the playoffs. 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, and so on and so forth. And then you have the quarterfinals, and then the final. The top 2 teams, the 2 teams that make it through to the gold medal game, so to speak, or the championship game, both progress through to the higher league, and the two lowest teams from the higher league drop down into this league. So in this case, if you click on the playoff tab here, it's going to show you the playoffs. So as you can see, I won the bottom one. Anyway, up here we've got Lakers playing the Razorbacks. Series is tied 1-1, but both of those are going to be moving up to the higher league. As you'd imagine, they were 1 and 2 in the end of the series anyway. So then, of course, if you go to change this to 1.1, which is where they'll be going, the 2 top teams from this league, which are these 2 here, I believe, will be dropping down into 4 teams, because there are 2 teams for there are 2.2s here. So those 4, 2 of them will come to our league, 2 of them to the other league. So that's the basic league information. So you've got the standings. And there are a couple of things that this league page is great for. You can see how you immediately, on the standings page, compare to other teams. So, for example, I'm in 5th. 200 and make sure I'm reading this right. 215 goals for, 33 against. If I was playing, say Dutch Rudders here in 4th, just looking at the screen, I can see we obviously score the same amount of goals per game, so it's going to be close. My goalie might be a bit stronger than his, or my defense might, so I do have a slight advantage. So when it comes to setting up your team tactics, which might end up being video number 8, I just realised. When it comes to setting up your team tactics, you take into account. So if you're playing Leachy Victors here at the bottom, who obviously only scored 23 goals the entire season and had 240 against, your tactic for that, you might tell your team it's a low importance game. Don't go out there and hurt yourself. Sort of thing. You might set your defense really low and high on offense. So you do come here and you can get a gist of who you're playing for the league matches from here. The bonuses tab is going to talk about the money you make for winning. So this is the actual money you make just for winning first place in the regular season, same for the playoffs. And then, of course, your fan club size, which plays a big part if you are in fact a pro sponsor and get the sponsor money. The statistics have two important things here. Number one, they can we'll sort by points. They can tell you how your team is comparing to the rest of the league. So, obviously my top guy is 56 points. And as you can see, Lakers. This is the guy who's currently in the final. You would expect him to have good players. So 100 points, far out. So, and you can sort by any of these categories, and you can sort over here. I believe this is the goal, or these last three goals. You can see here you can sort by goalies and so on and so forth. So these are stats. The playoffs, of course, we've been to, so you can see how the playoffs are going. Matches are going to list the latest matches played that day. So for today, for example, there were only two matches. There was me playing Mini Bears and Razorbacks and Lakers. Players is going to tell you things like injured players, who's on the market, who's just been bought. So this is a great place to visit on a regular basis, just to find out who's injured. Because if you're playing, say, Mini Bears, and you know that this guy might be one of their top players, you come here, you can see, well, he's injured, no harm done. So players on the market show you who's being sold from teams. So as you can see, my player, who I'm selling, and of course here's two players from Dutch Rudders, so he's also selling off two players. And then you have incoming players, same thing, but the other way around. So you'll have the three guys. Sorry, you'll have the two guys I bought, because this guy here at the bottom, I bought him last week. So that's the that's going to show you the incoming and outgoing players. Tournaments, not so important. This is where you'll find things like if you're playing in tournaments like the National Cup, it'll show you here. So obviously I'm not involved in that cup. And you've got the World League. I just jumped one. I apologise for that. The World League is is pretty high up. So even I don't know anything about that. You've got the National Cup. Everybody's in the National Cup. Every year you'll start off in the round robin series down here, and then it progresses right through until you find who the winner is. So I don't know where the last team from my league ended up here, but probably back a bit. So anyway, that's the of course you got the NCHC to be a National Championships Cup, which is like the World League. It's a bit more serious. So that's the league. Go to the info page just quickly. This video is not as instructional as the previous videos, and I do apologise for that. But I wanted to cover the league because it has a lot of different functions, a lot of different features. That you can find your player stats on the players page, but you can see how your team compares on the league stats page. So it's a great way of doing it. And as you can see here, there's only 4 active managers in this league. So you've got your managers who are like me, who log in every day, but there's only 4 active managers. The other teams are all controlled by the computer. But that doesn't mean they're an easy beat. So that's the league. Tomorrow we're going to be stop doing that. Video 7, which is about the HA tools. Although I might make a slight change, and video 7 might actually be about. Forgive me while I think about this. About the tactics, because I do realise that is an important video to touch on. So video 7 is going to be tactics, and video 8 shall be the hockey arena tools. I'll see you then.